It's already an improvement on path. This out to the right, stood up.
Okay. Just give me a feeling like you're turning that toe into the bag for me a little bit. Okay. Your path's doing pretty good. Okay. Your face angle's just open.
Okay.
Okay. That's all. There you go.
Face is still a little open, but I turned up out of that. When I stay down, I feel like that face isn't as open. Way open.
Getting a little too quick at the top, right?
Okay. That felt a little quick.
On the same page. That's fine. Hey.
Plus
we're
5,
fine.
minus 5.
All right.
No, it's okay, but I'm also not, I realize that I'm also not doing the same drill that I'm doing out there, so let me just
Okay.
get it again. A little bit better. Even if the ball is not where it's flying to, I still feel like that's. Just go down target line. Much better. That felt much better.
Good.
I have been missing to the right, but I feel like maybe that's more or less my flight is right now that I think about it.
Okay.
But I also feel very trapped right there on that one.
Do me a favor, move the ball up just ever so slightly in our setup. Okay? And tell me what that feels like for you then. How did that feel for you as far as what you're talking about bunched up or?
I didn't feel bunched up
Okay.
at all.
Okay, good. Just ever so slightly up in our setup, just ever so slightly. Good.
Face felt closed on that.
Okay. It was open though.
At address, it felt closed.
Okay.
That felt like a better swing. But it's still way open. What a strange that's missing out to the right like that.
So here we go. Set up for me, big guy.
That's probably going to be out of view. Maybe it's because I'm hitting down in the ditch, you're thinking?
Maybe, it might be. So I just want you to kind of set up for me. Okay, and then when you're about to pull the trigger, I want you to take the club and pull it, put it straight out in front of me. Ooh. So, no, you're good. Right there, it's set up. So here, this is what I want you to do, big guy. So when you get set up just like this, and you're about to take the club out, take it and point straight up to me. Okay, pretty square?
Seems a little shut.
Okay. Is that square?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just kind of see on the ground here a little bit, you kind of do this just a little bit, right? You kind of get there just a little bit, and then you kind of shut the club just a little bit. Okay?
definitely was hitting them a lot better than this yesterday.
It's all right. There we go. I could hear that one. Much better. Good.
It's gonna be a little left that came over. A lot of left.
That wasn't over the top. That was just a really club face closing hard on us, okay?
I should have a better flight. No. I really felt like I stayed down on that one. Maybe it's because I was quick. Huh. What's going on?
Give me one more. We'll take a look on video on this one.
No, I don't want to look on video. I want to see how bad it is. That's way off the heel.
My
No,
bad.
one more. That doesn't count.
Okay, you got it, my man.
What's changed? Ken, what are you doing? Why'd you switch up? It's a little bit better. I feel like I'm too close to.
Do you feel like you're bunched up or something?
No, I feel like I'm here
Okay.
when I should be here.
So let me kind of bring this guy on in. So set up for me real quick, just kind of give you a different feel. All right? I'm not trying to we can get that guy there. And just feel like you kind of ride that. All right?
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah. There you go. Right? You feel a little bit higher with that?
Yeah, kind of. Maybe I'm not. Maybe this leg's not loading.
Okay.
Loading leg. Ah, what in the world?
Well, let's take a look here, okay? Let's do a little discovery.
Man, I was definitely hitting more silver yesterday.
Okay.
I'm not
We
worried.
could be a little tired from yesterday too.
Could be.
Okay. So setup's looking pretty good. The sternum may be just ever so slightly ahead of the hips a little bit, but we're in a pretty good position right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hands look good.
So let's take a look at our hands here.
Don't like them?
They may be just a little, we may be getting our hands out just a little too far, right? So I'd like to kind of see where they're like right about here that we start to get a little bit of a hinge. See how we kind of carry those off just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So hinge sooner?
Yeah, well, I'm going to give you a little bit of a feel here. I want to take a look down the line. Good, I can see the shoulder on the back end. That's good. Okay.
The club's behind me. That's the problem. The turn from my back to the target is my lead arm, my left arm, is too far behind me. It's not up.
Yes.
It's behind my trail shoulder.
Right? So we basically have, if there was a rubber band, you've snapped that rubber band of tension. Does that make sense?
I wound up. That's probably because I'm tight and not loosened up. I need to be more tall.
Yep.
Okay.
So we want to kind of feel like our hands are, you know, more away from our head or our ear than closer to. Yeah. Okay, so we only need to get...
This is kind of where I'm at.
Well, you can see in the video, right? You're kind of, bring it on back here for me. You're kind of like here.
Yeah, unnecessary.
Right.
I need to be
Yeah.
more here.
Right? Okay.
And that could be, that might be what I'm, because at the range I feel like I'm more here.
Yeah, that's where we need to kind of be.
Yeah.
Okay, good, good.
Mm-hmm.
3/4 swing, that's what it's going to feel like for you.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay.
That felt better.
Yeah, that looked better. Okay, that looked in control instead of everything kind of going wild on us.
Mhm.
Okay? 3/4 swing here, okay? That's what it's going to feel like for us, but we're trying to keep our hands as far away from our ear or our head as possible. That's going to create that tension that we're looking for.
Quick.
Okay.
Quick. Too quick.
But we're able to get that club face back to the square easier. Good. All right, 3/4 swing.
Felt better.
Good. All right. And you got to remember, you've got power and speed and spades, buddy. So you don't need to have a big swing. If you just kind of keep it 3/4, you're going to kill the field.
I'm having a hard time with that feel. Well, stinger.
Give me about 2 or 3 more, and then we're going to grab the old driver. Kind of work on that.
It's going to the right.
One more time for me. I want you to get up to the top of your backswing. I want you to go full load, and then I want you to stop like Tiger did. Up at the top. Yep, stay there. Okay, let go of the club. Okay. That's why we're going wide open. See where that club face is?
Yeah. How do I get it to close like that?
Okay, so let's kind of take a look here, right? You want to get here, boom. Okay, so when I get here, I want to feel like my palm is facing a little bit more towards the ground. See where my club face is there? Okay, kind of got a little bit close to the ball than open, right? So it's going to be right here, and then as I go through, I want to get up. See where I'm at? Okay, so I want to get you in that position so you feel that. Okay. I'm going to start you right here. Good. And now we're just going to go straight up. All right. Now, hold on. Stay right there. Okay. Let go of the club. It's a huge difference, right? You see that? All right. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Better. Okay. Better.
So over here.
Mm-hmm. I brought this up just for you. Okay. Take the ball out.
Nice.
Right? Okay, so now you get a real feel. Uh-huh.
No, we don't want my hands that far back. So here.
Okay.
Let's get here.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
Yep. Okay, see how that's pointing this way? Okay. Up.
Here.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Here. Here.
Am I missing something?
Here.
Right. Does that give you a good sense of what that club face is supposed to be doing? Okay.
Well, I mean, it felt like this. Here's your magnet. Totally forgot about it.
That's okay. All right, but I want you to kind of get a
You owe
visual
me-
of what that club face needs to
Oh,
kind of do.
one magenta.
Okay.
No, it's way shut.
Much better. Much better. All right. Good job. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Yep. Perfect. Good job, Kenny.
Okay. I do not know what is up with losing my feel from yesterday to today. Interesting. What is going on?
Set up for me, big guy. Let's get back to just wheels right now. Okay, so let's put that guy on in here. Okay. And let's just kind of get a feel for what we're doing. Okay, so here we go. Okay, gotcha. Good. Okay. And then feel like get chopped right there, and then up.
Yeah, it's more of a visual thing to me. Like that feel is just like.
Okay, here, let me give you a good, let's go with a different route here, okay, partner? Maybe this might help you a little bit better.
Put the stick down.
Put a stick down, put a stick on it. All right, let me see what we got some tees. Okay, I think did we do this drill before or last week?
No, we didn't do it last. Oh, we've done it before. Mine don't have it.
Okay, so let's just imagine we've got a tee in the butt of that club, okay? Now what I'm gonna have you do, right, is we're gonna feel like our face is tracing that, okay? Once we get to about here, okay, I want you to get the butt of the club to get to point towards that.
Okay.
Feel that? Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. Down and through.
Yeah, I feel like
Okay.
I'm here again, like way back here, but in my shoulders right now. I wonder what's making it feel like it's my. All right.
Okay.
So strange.
Give me a couple turns like that, okay? Give me just a couple turns. Mhm. Okay, just a little half swing. There you go. Good. Okay. That just a little bit there, so you got some room. Okay. Feel like that face traces down there, and then we're gonna get that butt of the club one back towards it. Okay, here we go. Good work. Better. Okay. Does that give you a good visual?
This is all the world for me.
Okay, good. Good.
Because this helps me go here and get back on.
Good. Good. Okay, good. Very good.
Just need to put one of these at the range for me. I missed that one a little bit, but I also didn't stick.
Did you feel a little quick on that one?
I didn't feel quick. I felt like I pushed off on my toe.
Okay.
That feels better.
Keep going with that feel. Or that look, that visual for you.
Joker. I really feel like I'm leaning, like my lower back is hurting. So something tells me that I'm off with something.
Well, I want to give you a little tilt and turn drill here in just a sec. Kind of help you out with that.
That didn't hurt. That felt great.
Good. And that's a 7. Wow. God, I wish I had your speed. God,
Probably wish I had your
speed.
accuracy.
We'd be on tour, partner. What was support there.
Too tall.
All right, so here,
Too tall.
let's take a look at this guy. Kind of
Too tall.
Let's grab the old driver here.
Oh, God.
All right, well, let's get a feel for that too. All right, I just want to kind of take a look at a few things here. Let's see.
It's like I know what I'm doing, but it's hard to explain.
Okay.
Okay, less behind me. So I like that.
Okay.
Moving.
All right, but you can still see that club face is up towards the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so we want to try to get that, the visual that we want to have is the club pointing down.
Okay.
Okay, or more down for us, okay? Now the other thing I kind of see here a little bit is it looks like our hip turn is kind of getting more, instead of getting loaded back behind us, it's kind of more like this.
That's the feeling that I'm trying to get to the sky. I need more weight on my trail.
So I'm going to give you a drill here, okay? Let me demonstrate this for you real quick.
Sure.
And then I think what we'll really get a feel for is what our hip needs to do back here, which is going to help us, okay? But we're going to get this thing on in here just as so, okay? Club across our chest, and then I want you to turn and get that to match. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Have we done this one before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just right across your shoulder line. There you go. Okay. Bring our arms in just a little bit. There you go. Relaxed. Good. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Chest a little bit more over the ball. Just give me a little bit more. There you go. Good. Good. Yep. Can you tell me what you visually see and what you're feeling?
This is what I'm looking for,
Okay.
that I'm struggling with, but I feel like maybe I'm too slouched over, and I'm trying to get like this.
Okay.
So maybe it's posture related, just
Okay.
relaxed, slight bent knees.
Mhm.
Here I am, turning.
Yeah.
Okay, but you want a little bit more chest over the ball. So,
Well, remember, we got the driver there. So we're going to be standing up a little bit taller than we would with other clubs, right?
I feel like maybe I don't have any load here when I was warming up. Feel it all here. Almost like I'm getting to the top, and pushing my rear out.
Okay.
So
And now we kind of
should
explain.
feel it here more than anywhere.
Well, I want you to. What I want you to feel is I want you to feel a nice crease in my right groin. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Give me a couple more turns. Put the club across our chest. Okay. All right. And let's just get the. Yep. There we go. And just get the club parallel. Perfect. That's it. That's where we need to be.
Can you grab that club away from me?
So stay right there. You're good. Okay. Soften this guy up just a little bit. There we go. Okay. We don't need that thing dead straight. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Because I guarantee if you lock this elbow, you feel it back here, don't you?
Yeah, when I lock this elbow, it brings this up across my pec and points it more this way.
Uh-huh. And that's why we're going out to the right. Soften that elbow.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot better.
Okay, good. So, yeah, there you go. Okay. So even with JT here, let's take a look. I'm sure he's probably, right? Look, there's just ever so slight bend in that elbow, right? If he got that dead straight, that would pull this back, and he wouldn't be able to get in that position, right? It's ever so slightly, but it's just a little bit. We do want to keep the left arm straight-ish, but not dead locked.
Yeah, and I'm a lot of this is,
Yeah, talk to me. Point to me.
a lot of the pressure is here because this is raised.
Yes.
So this is instead of being in this position, I'm in this position.
Uh-huh. Right? So if there was if there was a lock between your upper body and your lower body, you're breaking that lock.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay? So let's put the club across her chest again. Okay, let's get a good feel for that. Okay. All right, and our, yep, there we go. Good, good posture. Good. Again. Good. Yep. Okay. What do you visually see right now?
I'm not visualizing anything
Okay.
here. I'm actually feeling what my leg feels like.
Okay.
But
Okay.
because I'm not bent over like for a takeaway. But if I was to do a takeaway, it would be.
We don't want to be that far down.
Don't want to be that far down.
Nope. Nope. Yep. Okay. So we want to feel like, yep. Yep. Okay.
Don't want to be this far down.
No. Because then you'd never get into. So here we go. Do it again for me real quick. I want you to get that left shoulder really far down, like you're thinking. Okay. How tight is this right here?
Tight, and my back's tight,
Correct.
like mad tight.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So that could be a reason on why I feel.
Because we're getting that left shoulder way too low. Okay, then we have to raise up to get that pressure off of it.
Here.
Yeah. 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 How's your back feeling? Let that right side
Tight.
come through.
Tight.
Okay, let that right side come through for you. There you go. Okay.
Tight, tight.
Okay.
Could just be because I swung for an hour and a half last night.
Okay.
Before I hit this with that, let
Yeah.
me grab that 7-iron again if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Not at all.
We'll just stay right there. You know I got that club for free anyways. I don't care that I missed it to the right.
How does your back feel?
My
That's
back, I didn't feel scrunched over.
Okay, great. Good. Good, 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 good.
The carry is 151 on that, so I know I missed it to the right, but that's okay. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good. How do we feel moving through? No pain in the lower back, right? That's my biggest concern with you.
I have pain in the back. I wonder why this feeling right here puts pressure on my legs, but when I try to put pressure on my legs, I put pressure on my back.
I can't explain that, but what you're feeling with into the feet is what we want to feel. Okay?
Yeah, but I feel more on my feet like this.
Yeah.
Way more on my feet. I feel loaded here,
Uh-huh.
barely here,
Uh-huh.
and only on my heel here.
Perfect. That's what we want to feel.
Versus when I try to do that, I feel like I focus and then I just like blow my knees out of it, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because you're trying to get in, because you probably shifted your weight over your right foot.
Yeah, because this is what I feel like I was starting with right here.
Okay. Give me what you kind of felt. Now, where do you feel it in your pressure in your feet? Do you feel it on the outside of your right foot?
I feel very right rear here,
Uh-huh.
and I feel more pressure here.
Uh-huh.
I don't feel it. Yeah, I feel like I've got a bunion I'm trying to knock out right here. I've never had one in my life before, but
If you did, that would
so
be
so like here's prime example. If I were to take all my weight off my feet right now, you see what I'm standing on?
Mhm.
That's how I feel. Everything's
Okay.
loaded.
I think you've got a little bit too much weight going on the outside of your right foot.
When I'm leaned over.
Yes.
But when I'm not leaned over, when I'm doing this drill, I feel pressure here,
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
here, and only on my heel.
Perfect.
But I feel like my foot's level. I feel like if I needed to, whoa, I could stand back up. I wouldn't be like,
Correct.
because I'm off balance.
Absolutely. Okay.
All right, so I gotta get this.
Good. You're feeling your balance points. Good. Yep. Yep. Good. Let's keep going, Doing great.
Take it.
Yeah, I take it too.
Path is a little bit weird, but I
The
can't.
path is-
I can't get caught up on that.
No, don't get caught up. Your path is perfect. Okay? If I could put you at 2.5 every day with a face angle of about 6.6, you're going to kill everybody on the field. Yep.
A little thin.
But we're going to win.
I feel like I used my lower back on that, which I didn't need to do. So
All right. We want to try to feel it more in the core, right?
yes.
All right, good.
Yeah, I felt that all right here.
Good. Good. You know, as Gary Player says,
I
the
tried to
swing's
smush-
right here.
I tried to smush that one.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt that. Full left. Path is outside. Okay, I know what I need to
No,
do.
your path is good. Your path is out to the right. Your face angle's just a little too close. That's okay. Okay, let's just feel like we're. Yep, yep, yep. Good.
That's gonna be so right. That's smushed off the toe. Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was.
But I can tell that with the path getting at 6 or 7, we're probably getting a little flat again, like we talked about in the first session.
Better.
Better, much better. Okay, see how your club path was at 4.5?
Mm-hmm. I tried to visualize that straight back, straight through.
Perfect.
I probably cut it just a little bit where I came through, and my path was more like this versus this.
Good. Good job, bud.
I got like a better ball. Ah,
It's all right.
jumpy too. I feel like I jumped off my tippers.
Just give me a 3/4 swing. We don't need to kill it, right? Feel like we're turning up to the
I
top.
don't feel like I'm killing it.
Mhm.
I hate doing 3/4 swings because it always looks so pretty. I'm like, there it goes, right where I'm aiming. Nice one. Because when I first warm up, I always do this. Okay, Ken, you always get messed up with your legs, so let's just practice like this. Let's just go straight back, straight through, hit a couple shots, and it's always like,
Mhm. Because you
All
start utilizing the club the way it's supposed to. Let's grab the old driver. Right?
Probably already like 9:45, isn't it?
9:37. We're good. We're good. Okay.
Driver in 3 wood.
Do you usually have it that high or lower or what you?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
It's like, this is all I usually would do is hit driver. Can't believe I actually hit the ball. Yep, there we go. That's my hit. Look at that. Nice little 7-iron there.
Yeah, but look, I mean, the carry was 172, but it ran out to 245.
Yeah, supposedly. Not around here.
Not on a wet day, that's for sure. It's supposed to rain today, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nasty.
Okay. I mean, I don't see terribly too much wrong with that paddle, but
Okay, let's put this back away then. I don't understand.
okay. You want to go to the 3-wood now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so
Come in here bragging about how well I hit my irons yesterday, hit them like absolute dog poop. That's golf, isn't it?
oh, without a doubt, it's so mental. It's absolutely a mental mind job. Good.
I'm literally so angry right now.
Okay. Why don't you take a break for a sec? You got some
No, I'm angry that I'm hitting the ball.
Oh.
I'm literally upset that I'm hitting the ball. Unbelievable. Okay, that I have been hitting like that a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Okay, so let me just kind of take a look at a few things here. Face angles close. So what I kind of see here just a little bit, right, is that you're closing the club face down through impact. That's why it's low and left.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's just kind of feel like we're keeping a little loft on the face and we'll work back from that, okay? Yep, yep, good job. Turning behind that ball. A good even spot, yep. Again. I want to check something real quick. So go ahead and set up for me, like you would. And I just want to see where our ball position is. Maybe we got it a little bit too far back. Okay, so I'm going to kind of do this to bring this guy on in. Okay, so that's going to be the wood. Okay, and our go. And let's bring that guy on in just a little bit. Okay. All right, so if I had that, I probably want that up just a little bit here. Okay. All right, so we may have the ball a little bit too far back in our setup. Okay, so let's get it up just a little bit for me, okay? Does that make sense? Okay, here we go. Let's give you a visual.
Oh no, I got visual.
Okay.
That's why I was setting this here. I was looking at where it is on the inside of my thigh or my shoe. I've been thinking it was on my heel.
All right. I think we just got the ball a little bit too far back in our setup with the 3-wood. And if we're shutting the face down through impact, it's really going to go low left, right? Let's just give that a shot, and we'll try to, maybe it might be too far up, maybe start inching our way through.
Yeah, there we go. That's more or less how I've been hitting the ball.
Feet together. Feel like it's kind of up in our setup. Good. It's just a little bit too far. Good. Yeah, that's right. We want to do pack. There we go. Set up for my partner. Set up one more time, and I'm gonna videotape this one for us, okay? Nice. All right, I'm gonna do this. So whenever you're ready. check something here. It looked, I mean, just ever so slightly, I think we're getting the clip face turned down just a little bit, kind of like what we talked about with the irons a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see just a little bit more loft or the toe open just a little bit for us, because that's pretty low, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that's 71 feet, that's not too bad. I'd like to get up a little bit more. But I think what happens in the beginning here is you kind of turn the toe down a little bit when you start. Does that make sense? Yeah, so I'd much rather you kind of, let me kind of show you. So you stand right over there for me, partner. Right, so when I kind of see you kind of have the club face like this,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and as you kind of turn, it gets a little bit shut, just a little bit. I'd like to see that face like this. You see how the toe's really open?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We just want to try to keep the loft on the face for us. Does that make sense right there?
But the club doesn't work.
Yeah. Right. So for us, yeah. Now we're keeping the loft on the face. And let's just see what happens there, okay?
Well, hit it just close, that close, don't cross it.
That's just a visual, because we've got it open. You've got to feel like you've got to close it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there you go, good. Now we're starting to get some height on it. So, again. Okay, hold on. Okay, keep the loft on the face. Yep. Good.
Stood up out of that one.
It's okay.
I'm really struggling with this glue.
It's okay. Okay, better?
You can get one more like that, T-Mac.
Okay. You wanna hit one more?
Right.
All right, let's take a look, okay?
Club lay line.
All right, see how the club head starts to get really close to your head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we want to try to maintain that width as much as possible. Okay. Now, you can kind of see you're starting to stand up here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. I want to do one, let me take one down the line here. I just want to check something out real quick.
Alright, let me get it back out. Put it up so I didn't break it. You ready?
Yes, sir. Good swing out there. Good swing out there, partner. Let's take a look at
I think it might hit a little heavy. Do you got any water in here too?
I would say.
I'm not trying to die.
I'm getting thirsty myself, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
watching me swing for the freaking moon for no reason.
All right, here we go. Okay, so let's take a look at our posture here just a little bit, okay? So once again, I'd like to kind of get that chest a little bit more over the ball. See how you're kind of a little bit more upright, okay?
A
See
little
how
tall.
a little tall, right? Just a little
Okay.
bit, right? I'd like to see that chest just a little bit more over the ball like we see with Brooks here, just a little bit. Okay.
Oh my gosh, look at my takeaway. My hands are so far away from my freaking thigh.
Okay. So we can see with Brooks here, right? He's keeping that shaft. Probably, if I were to say anything, his head is behind his hands and his hands are behind the ball. Does that make sense? Okay. You see how the club head has really gotten across the line here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just kind of get through here again.
Over the top. Not that much.
No, not that much, but you can definitely see that we've got to stand up here to make a path. Okay? Let me kind of put a little something here on your tush so you see. All right, I'm going to put something on Brooks's tush so he can see. Good job there. Okay? But you see how you start to work off that ball and start to stand up again?
Mm-hmm.
Now look at you. So here's the thing. So you talked about how you feel bunched up. Did you say that in the earlier part?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Your hips are cutting off your path to the ball.
They weren't doing it yesterday though.
The hips could be tired, man. I mean, that's
Still.
okay. Okay. But here, let me kind of give you a different feel here. This is something I want you to kind of work on here. All right. So if I were to get you into position here, okay, I'd want to have the feeling that the club head is behind my hands and my hands are behind the ball. Okay? For you, okay, you get like this. Where's the club head in relationship to the hands?
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's probably because of our takeaway. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So if I got you to get more like this, right? That's where we want to be. What I'm going to send you a drill, what we need to kind of work on, but it's what I call the hanger drill, right?
And you put it on there.
Yeah, you've probably seen that, right? Where you get the hanger there, and then we get on up over here. That's where you need to kind of be. You feel how the head is behind our hands?
The head's behind the hands.
This head,
Uh-huh.
behind the hands.
The whole swing?
Yeah, well, from here, right, at the top of the swing, okay? But once I get across the line, right, let's look at Brooksy, right? We could either have it, right? So look where his hands are. See where his head is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's keeping that outside of his hands as he comes through. All right, and that's how he's able to shallow. Uh-huh. Okay, if I could just get you to hit a couple little swings like that, just feel like the club head is behind your hands. Yep, perfect. Okay, do that a couple more times for me, okay? And let's see what our path face does. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good job. Mm-hmm.
Where Hermie.
Boom!
So loud. Is that why they call them pings? Because they're so freaking loud.
Feel like the club head is behind your hands at the top.
Good. Way to somebody's house.
That's all right. The club path is starting. Hey, here are the things I'm starting to see. The club path is starting to go out to the right consistently, and our low point isn't so far down.
Really damn uncomfortable.
I get you. Okay, but we got to get that across the line out, man. Good. I want to take a look and see how we did with our hands behind our head there on that one.
Still.
Okay. It's better than where it was. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so here, let's try this again. Don't worry about the ball.
See you, Mom.
All right, bring it on back here for me. Okay. So once again, okay, let me give you a visual again. I mean, back to this guy. All right. Trace that club across there. All right. And then get the butt of the club pointing to it. Okay. Do you feel where your hands are in relationship to that club now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do.
Let me get you, my man.
I do. My freaking dumb lower body here.
It's all right. Yep. Yeah. Good. Yep.
Not gonna get any data on that.
Nope.
Still,
Ball was just a little too far forward.
still jumped anyways.
Okay. Feel like it's underneath your left breast.
Press the close.
All right.
Not too far behind me.
That visual. Yep. Good. Good.
Right into Brian Allison's house.
Smells like Mick Ultra over there then.
Felt like that was such a better turn. Felt like that was such a better turn. It's like I can't just get my upper body. It's like for me to turn, I have to be doing all this dumb shish kebab. So it's like I just need to turn,
Good.
turn. Still trying to get my lower body to turn. 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 Turn.
There you go.
Turn.
There you go.
Turn. Now how do we get to do this? Turn. Okay. Still way over the top chicken wing. Like, it's just not comfortable.
Three quarter, that's it. Okay, and then just drive it on down. We don't need to kill it. I know that wasn't good, but let's just see where the club head was in relationship to our hands. Okay?
Same.
It doesn't seem different, but it's a lot better. Your club head was over here when we discovered that. Okay, so that's a lot more down the line. We're not going to have to traverse that club nearly as much at that point. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Give me three more, big guy.
Running out of time.
You're good. Feeling like that butt of the club's driving back down towards that ball. Yep.
Pulling it down.
Good. Oh. Much better contact there.
Pulling that club handle down.
Right? Feel like that butt of the club's driving right back down hard on that ball.
Pulling it down toward the target.
Good.
Don't even care where it goes. I remember we worked on that drill a long time ago. It's like coming back to me now. We used to have this problem with me where I was casting the club like that to try and make contact. And you tell me, feel like you're pulling it,
Right.
pulling the butt of the club towards the
Right.
target.
Pulling on a bell, right? There you go. The strike sounding so much more solid. Oh, that was good. Stand on. All right, let's talk about a few things, okay? First and foremost, let's get an alignment rod here against our right foot. Okay, get that right here. Just get a club across our chest, okay? Let's just do this for a couple of days, a couple hours at a time, right? And just feel this.
A couple hours at a time.
Yeah, a couple, you know. Right, so just kind of here, there, okay? And have a mirror when you're kind of doing this so you don't kind of, and the big thing is I don't want you to start doing this with the drill. Okay, so here, right, and feel like I'm turning. Okay, get that shaft parallel. Okay, once again, boom. Now another thing that we need to kind of work on just a little bit is getting a feel for having the club back behind my hands. Okay, now I'm gonna send you like a hanger drill that I think Michael Bree does it the best. But what we want to do is we want to feel pressure on this side of our forearm as we get here, and you can see that that club's going to be back behind me. Now I don't want you to get to the point where we're like this, okay? But I do want to get to the point when I get on up to the top, okay, if I'm a few feet away, my hands are here, the club is behind me. And now I can kind of pull that down and through, okay? For you right now, when you get up to the top, okay, you get here, and then the wrist really cup right here, and you get across the line.
And so for me, I'm more like this. You need to be more like serving food.
Yes, like a waiter, right? And then smashing that plate down on the ground. Okay?
And the trail would be
Yeah, right? Like a hockey player. Like a hockey player, right? Boom. You feel your hands release right through there?
yeah, I do.
Okay. All right. Trying to think.
I'll send you Apple Pay.
What's that?
That'll work. I really need to work on that pulling towards a target thing too, because I remember how revolutionary that was for me.
Right. And the other one is get this just as so. Okay. Get that club to trace back by this, right? And then get the butt of the club here. We only need to stop right
For
here.
me, I need to feel like it's more like that.
That's what it's going to feel like for you, right? Okay. So there.
Because I could do more from delivery here than I can from there.
Right.
Because I have to flip.
Right.
Well, in order for me to even flip, I have to extend
Uh-huh.
to try and flip.
And I can already feel when I'm doing that, I'm
Right.
getting pain in my lower
My
back.
back right here hurts.
Okay?
My back hurts just talking to you. I'll Apple Pay you some money.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Whenever you get into this.
I'm going back to work.
How many jobs you got today?
12 or 13, I already did 2.
You ever quit, man? You ever stop?
Top of the day. Great, thank you.
You're welcome. Anytime, man. Give me.
You're gonna have to pull me off the car on Friday, or like you have like a later appointment.
I'll check and see. What time would work best for you?
Like, what time do you work till?
Tell me what time you need.
Like after 3 o'clock.
I'll
If you
listen.
have something, if not, I'll be there next week.
All right, big guy. You want to do Wednesday and Friday again next week, if so?
Yeah.
You got it. I'll put you on the sketch. Mike, how's it going, my man?
Good, sir. How are you?
I can't complain, man. I can't complain. Nobody wants to hear it.
Thanks for adjusting for me. I appreciate it.
No problem, no problem. I'm glad I brought this thing along.
Yeah, I'm sure.
One of my students said, man, you need to get one of those like scooper things. I'm like, you know what? You're absolutely right. So talk to me. How are things going? How are our feels going?
Actually, a bit better.
Okay.
I think I hit balls a few times last week.